All right, welcome to another episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, Norman Kinsey. We have a very special co-host today. We have Janae with us. Janae, thank you for co-hosting today on today's show. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here today.
Yeah, of course. And today we have a very special guest. We have the official JP on the show today. JP is actually someone, I'm going to go ahead and read this. Official member of the Forbes Circle, real estate and talent agent for celebrities and athletes. JP, welcome to Real Estate vs. Technology, brother.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man, of course. So Real Estate vs. Tech is all about you, your business, and we want to deep dive a little bit more into your story. So let's go ahead and start from the top. Now let's talk about, when did you get in the business and how long have you been into the real estate business?
So I've been in the business, it's been about almost 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
Years now. My father's been in the business. I grew up in it, and great role model, and truly focused on helping people and taking care of people. So I had a great role model to look up to get to where I am today.
I love that. And then is he one of the inspirations behind why you got into the business?
100%.
Okay.
He is the inspiration. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I believe you're with Intero, and you said in California, Cupertino in the Silicon Valley?
Yes, sir.
Nice, man. Fantastic. That's awesome. So getting more into your business, and by the way, I love your backdrop there. I love all the inspiration. So kudos to you. So getting into your kind of more of your business, give us some context as far as transaction volume past 12 months, buy side, sell side. What does that look like for you?
I believe we did close to 115 million.
Nice.
Granted, it was a little bit of off year because of COVID. At the beginning, some stuff was a little thrown off, but yeah, we did good. Not where we need to be, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. So good for you. You have all the motivation I can see behind you, and so that's great. Is it just you? Do you have a team with you?
We have a team of two.
Team of two. Fantastic. Awesome. All right, cool. And when it comes to your business, are you more focused on buy side, sell side, 50-50? What makes up your business?
Whoever needs help, man.
So whoever needs help. I love it.
We do it all. We're the best one, for the job. We feel like, we constantly deliver day in and day out. I primarily work on referral basis only.
Okay.
Which it's been good for me, right? He keeps me busy, but it's good. Whoever needs help, we're here to help. So.
That's awesome. So what would be one thing that kind of you could say separates you from anyone else that they could work with out there in your local market?
Well, I have a burning desire to succeed. I have a passion for business. The first day I got in the business, my father told me, if you ever look at a client as dollar sign or money, right, you always lose. But truly focus on someone's heart and their well-being and what's right for them, and you always succeed. And that's what we've done, right? When I look at somebody, I don't look at them, as a seller. I don't care what they're buying, where they're buying, right? But truly, and give them advice, right? Like I had a client right now that just called me and I told him, look, you just can't afford to be in this area. You can't do this, that, and the other. A lot of people are scared to give that advice, right? But at the end of the day, you're doing your client an injustice, I feel like. So you just have to be 100% brutally honest and truly care about the person that you're communicating with, right? And doing business with. And that's how you continue to transact. And 80% of my business comes from my past clients now still.
Wow.
Because of that reason.
Wow. Good for you, man. That is awesome. And I definitely am the same place with you on that one. Cause money's great and all, helps us take care of our families and our loved ones and pay the bills. But at the end of the day, it's about serving and supporting other people. What do they say? They say people will forget what you did, but they'll never forget the way that you made them feel. So I'm sure that's probably how you've really started to have just repeat business and referrals coming in. So the last question I have before we get into the mix-up round, Janae's going to take that on. As far as technology, what's something that you've adapted to over the years with technology that you've seen success from? Whether it's video, is it social media? What is it that you've really seen that's really helped your business?
I feel like social media does help a lot, but I feel like, people rely on it too much. Still have to go out and do the hard work, right?
Yeah.
Make those touches. For the most part, granted, in our business, everything's made so seamless nowadays with apps like Real Scout, Disclosure IO. Since the disclosure's out, Glide, you can DocuSign disclosures automatically. It tabs it for you. The transactional process has became a lot more simple, but I feel like the true touch is the human touch, the true feeling that gives people buy from me, people transact with you. It's the way you make them feel, like we talked about, right?
Yeah.
Sales, the transfer of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Right? You got to get someone excited, and when you support them and you're excited, they're excited. So I always, I've done so many interviews regarding like social media and things like that, and I just feel like people think it's like an outlet to make a lot of money from. Granted, it could make you a lot of money, but it should only be a small outlet of your business. I feel you still have to put in the work to continue to succeed year over year, and deliver the product that they want to deliver.
Wow. I love that, man. Good for you. So that's my last question. I'm going to turn it over to Janae. She's going to get into a little bit more of like the quick round, talking about the actual, like say marketing that you're doing. And then she's going to go into a little bit more of the tool sets that you're using that helps you and your team really be able to drive to ensure success from the clients that work with you. So Janae, go ahead and take it away.
Yes, yeah, thank you. So you said that majority of your business right now is still working off of referral based. What are some other methods that you're using to get clients for the first time?
Well, we do, pretty much, everything you could think of, right? We have the social media marketing. I hammer the referrals, as we spoke about. I touch my past clients, mailers, direct mailers, farming, and also online advertising is a smaller portion of our business. But we have a little bit of everything.
I would say that's great. Having a mix is so important, since one of those things sometimes like is not enough to capture just one person. You've got to hit them from a lot of different angles.
Yeah.
Have you seen out of all of those methods, like one of the tactics that's worked the best for you so far?
My biggest thing is, with all the competition nowadays and everything that's going on in the business, the reason I stick to that past client business, because this is a proven method, right? Everyone's a billboard for me. So anytime I transact with a client, whether it's a month after the transaction is closed, a year, they know I'm always there. They know I'm always a friend by their side. So I always help them, whether the client's doing a remodel a year later, I'll go over there and I'll help them. I'll give them advice, not because I want business for them, because I feel like it's the right thing to do. And let alone with that comes my biggest billboard, right? They go to the office, they go talk to people, anyone who wants to buy or sell, they know that person just bought a house from me. They're going to go talk about it, right? And then that's how I get business from there. But not only do we do that, right? We market in a certain area. So whether you go to your house and you see my face, come in the mail, from our team, whether you go online in a certain area, you're going to see that as well. Whether you go to your office, I've had people come in and it's like, not only do we get your mail, we see you online, we say your open house signs, and I go into the office and 2 different people told me about you. Wow. Right? This is a very constant thing, right? So it's pretty much kind of in your face, but the primary thing I always stick with is the clients you already had, really take that grasp and work on those. Your database.
Wow. Yeah, no, that is super great. It's nice being top of mind all the time on everything, especially with those referrals, always getting those testimonials from people.
Yeah, 100%.
Where do you feel like you see your business in the next 5 years, and how do you think technology will play a bigger role in business by then?
I see it growing drastically. In 5 years, the plan would be to be over $500 million a year, in transactional sales by then, with a small team, not a large team, just a few of us here. With technology, as I mentioned earlier, technology has made the transactional process very, very simple if you adapt to it and use it, right? Nowadays, there's apps, there's everything, like I said, even the disclosures, everything else is very seamless, but that you have to keep that client touch. A lot of people default and they think, okay, there's technology, here it is, so let me just send you this and I'm done, right? And they don't talk to the client, they don't follow up. So still keeping the client top of mind even through that transaction is because, you have to understand, we do this day in, day out, right? We have we have, I think, 13 deals pending at this moment. And you think, okay, the client doesn't think the way you do, right? The transaction is not as easy in their mindset as it is for you, right? It's the same thing as raising a kid. I was talking to somebody about it yesterday, the 3-year-old, and they kind of snap at him. They're like, I'm trying to be calmer. And I told them, I was like, you have to understand, they don't mean to be rude when they talk to you. It's what they're saying. They never lived through that experience, right? So they don't even know what they're saying is not okay. Same thing as the client. They're going through that transactional process. We think it's easy. We think, it's going to close. We talk to the lender, this, that, and the other. But checking up on them every few days at least and keeping them top of mind is the best. But like I said, apps like Disclosure.io, Glide, Real Scout, even the basic MLS, all these things have made it pretty seamless now that the house hunting and the house finding isn't a big issue. One of the biggest, probably the biggest that I haven't touched on yet, is the relationship with other agents in your community.
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to keep that. I did a presentation a few years back, and I said the biggest issue realtors have in this market is each other. Like one guy gets one listing, he thinks he's king of the world, right? Now I got to go do this and control every single person under me and make it a big deal. But building a bond with that relationship, a lot of our deals are done, based on agents I know. I could say probably 90% of the transactions I do, I know the other agent on the other side. I've worked with them. There's a very mutual respect. They know if I get the deal, it's going to close without problems. And that's having that name in that community. A lot of people drop the ball in that aspect of it, right? They're so focused on the client sometimes that they don't think of the other agent. And so I keep the other agent in the loop too all the time. We have good communication, and it just really becomes that pleasure, and it becomes a seamless transaction for everybody.
Say really, really awesome. I know having that synergy is like so important, especially in this business. So I do have a question more so related to your marketing and your social media. So since you do have, I think it was like 33,000 or so like followers on Instagram, do you feel like you can generate leads through that and through your website and SEO as well?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's a big portion of it. We got to piece out our business and have at least, 4 or 5 different revenue streams where the deals come from. But I think that's a big portion. And, some people do it a little differently. I don't hammer like, just sold, just listed, coming soon, pending. And like some of my friends I look at, like they have like 40 real estate posts a day. Talking about like, dude, like no one, honestly, like no one really cares. So I understand what to do. But, I drop in the occasional, once a month or once a quarter, update, market updates and things like that. Should I do more? Probably. Right. But, what I'm doing is working for me at this time, and we're adapting. But yes, definitely. I think that keeps you top of mind with the people, because I've like done different things. Like then I went and bought different things, like let's say a car, even like a mattress, furniture. And I'm like, dude, my friend, owns a mattress business. My friend owns, this. I should have called them. But they're not top of mind to me, so I don't think about them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. So just having that, having that fine median of, staying top of mind with people, let alone not bombarding people and feeling kind of salesy, which I'm not a fan of, is key, I believe.
Yes, no, it's so important. My last kind of question that I have for you is, what is the newest tech that you're testing out right now for your business?
My newest, we got a lot here. Primarily paperwork. So it's really that Disclosure IO and Glide, which has been like a game changer for me. Because like, sometimes my assistant or my TC is not available, and I'm always on the move. I used to travel a lot. I used to take about 30 to 40 trips a year.
Wow.
So like I was always on the go, and like those disclosures in that contract would always kill me. But now it's like a lot of people don't know. You just upload the disclosures and Glide, you send them out, it tabs it for you automatically, it just makes everything easy. So now I can go from, let's say you call me, you want to write an offer. As long as I have the terms, I can write an offer and DocuSign it to you with the disclosures in less than 6 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Right, the entire package, everything. I mean, from top to bottom, everything's done. And automatically, when the client signs it automatically sends the whole package to the listing agent at the same time, right? So now that whole transactional process that for a lot of people, it still takes hours, takes me 6 minutes to do from start to finish, right?
That's
So,
awesome.
I've made my job, in the past, more so 4 or 5 years is to negotiate contracts. That's what I'm good at, and I realize my expertise, and I drop everything else and I focus more on that. So I'm going to negotiating contracts, building relationships, and cultivating those. So I put my focus there, and everything else I try to delegate out of my life.
Wow. That's super great. Thank you for all of that answers, all of that advice and things that you've offered. I'll switch it off to Norman now so he can close us out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Janae. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, definitely for our viewers and listeners out there. I mean, if they could be able to a 6-minute offer and have it done, I mean, that's going to save them so much time. So I definitely think that's something to take in consideration from a tool aspect for our viewers and listeners to take in consideration. So JP, tell me a little bit about your business. I mean, it sounds like you just work off referrals. So you don't really focus, or do you focus on like any type of areas or niche type of client, like kind of see yourself as an expert in any of those kind of quadrants? Or are you kind of just referral based? That's just how you roll?
Well, we do a lot of, direct mailers. We have a farm, and in the city of Santa Clara alone, nobody sold more homes in the history of the city than we have.
Wow.
Right, in that city alone. But granted, more than 50%, I believe, of our business is done outside of that city.
Yeah.
Still, so we do dominate certain areas, but referrals are key. But no, we focus on all areas, right? Direct marketing and things like that have gotten us a long way. And just there's a lot of competition, a lot of people, cutting commissions and doing that stuff. And that, a lot of those things, they do that because they don't have skill, right? If you're skillful and you know how to work, and you get the client top dollar, they're always going to go with you, right? So everyone has to master their skill is the biggest thing. I do feel like, technology is amazing, but like I said earlier, like with social media and things like that, people focus too much on those things, but they don't focus enough on their skill.
Yes.
That's what they try to give away. At the end of the day, it's all about profitability, how much money you keep, right? And that's really what it is. So you have to focus on your skill, focus on bettering yourself every single day, and just, biggest thing I could say is keep moving forward. Right? At the end of the day, dude, everybody, you go home, you have problems. You have problems with your friends. You have problems with your family, your kids, your significant other, whatever it is. It's not an excuse not to show up and deliver what you have to deliver every single day. Right? And if you're truly doing your job and you have a passion for what you do, you have to understand there's people out there that need your help. They're stuck with mediocre agents and they need you. So you need to show up, you need to do your job and keep moving forward. You cannot backtrack. And every single day, you have to be better than you were yesterday. That's it. It's very, very tough. And it's a tough mindset to have. Like, to be honest with you, I was falling behind. Mentally, I was getting kind of late, with COVID and everything else. Like, I just resort back to basics. Like, no matter what, I still get up at 5 a.m. now. I work out at home. I've built a home gym, right? And I still show up at the office at 8 a.m. And that's just what I have to do. I have to stick to the schedule, regardless. I don't use it as an excuse to lay at home. A lot of my friends are just, the agents are just hanging out at home, like, watching TV and working. But, I show up every single day and I still make it happen.
I love that, man. I love that. I think that was one thing after COVID hit last year is like, how do you keep moving forward with gyms being closed and not having a lot of those opportunities? I saw a friend of mine, Brooks Lavery. He's out of the Walnut Creek area. And he's like, I fell off mentally 8 months. He's like, I'm now going to start running and get back into it. And there's a title rep that commented, and Jason Bless, I think it was a Fidelity title. And then he was just like, he motivated me. And now you're motivating others. And we have to motivate each other and support each other because these are difficult times sometimes. And I love how it's like technology is helping you automate the process, but the mental mindset and connecting with your clients is still top of mind for you. So that way you can have them, remember you and remember the way that you made them feel. And like you said, they're pretty much a walking billboard. I mean, they already have you, JP, top of mind, buy, sell, you need real estate, anything, reach out to the man. So I love that, man. I love that.
You gotta find a way, man. You gotta find a way every day. There's a way, there's business being done. Find a way. There's no excuse.
Yep. There's a will is a way. I love it. So I have one more question before we're going to open up the floor to you. So last question is, and I think that I pretty much already know it, and maybe our viewers and listeners already know this, but if I was to hire you and want to have you sell my home, what's your secret weapon? What would you say to me to make me feel like, all right, done. You're my man.
Well, hands down, I have a proven track record. I'm the best person for the job, this, that, and the other. I'll get you top dollar, not only because our marketing skills, not only because we have a well-established name out there, it's because we truly care, right? I truly care about you just as literally I transact as you're my family member. That's the dead gone truth. I mean, I talk more clients out of buying houses than I do sell, I talk about it buying the ones that they want to buy something else, right? Whether it's not affordable, feasible in what way in the other. But it's just when you feel like you can trust somebody, and that's really truly where you'll explode and your business will explode, right? Like I'm trying to buy homes outside of the state right now. I've talked to so many agents and I just can't, I don't get that trust. I don't get that follow-up. So I haven't, right? But I find the right agent, I'll buy 5, 6, 8 homes a year from them, right? But people just don't deliver, right? They get, I don't know, whether their mind gets lazy. I mean, in COVID has been a tough thing. I realized, for the people mentally, right? It's kind of, you're just more mellow. And I mean, I had the same effect with me, but you just have to snap out of it and find a way to move forward. But at the end of the day, we're the best for the job. We'll net you the most money for the house. And that's simple.
Wow. I love it. Definitely giving me the confidence, man. So I love your approach. Definitely giving me the confidence. You're hired now. But we want to leave you and leave the guests and listeners out with, what do you want to leave for them? I mean, you gave a lot of motivation, said a lot of great things, but what's the last thing that you want to leave for our viewers and listeners as we close out the show today?
I think the best, the most important thing, especially with everything going on now, is, I mean, just drop the news, drop the TV, drop anytime, like I told somebody yesterday they're used to, like, anytime you go online, right, you go click on like Instagram, something like that. I mean, if it's just a scroll and see negative stuff or this and that, move it on your phone. If it's a habit, move the app and you'll see when you go slide it to click on it, it's not there anymore, right? You have to break those habits, right? And I fell deep into those habits as well. And go read, download audiobooks. In your car, instead of listening to music, go listen to something positive. Those little subtle things on a daily basis will change your life and get your mindset back to where you need to be. Like I said, you don't want to look back a year from now and be in the same spot you did. We have a short time on this, earth, and it all comes from inside first. Self-love, confidence, all those you have to build before you can build a business. people run out and try to spend money, buy leads, do this, that, but they don't work on themselves. When you work on yourself, everything else is possible. Everything else is just endless possibilities, but people always jump the gun and they don't start from the bottom. So work on yourself, stay positive, love, there's plenty of help out there, and just go get it. Smile. Life's beautiful. It's short. So
wow.
To do here.
Man, JP, that was awesome, man. I really appreciate you being on the show today. I'm sure our listeners and viewers appreciate it. So thank you so much. Janae, thanks so much for being our co-host today. Kind of a wild card here as you're the first time to ever be a co-host. And thank you to all of our viewers and listeners, as it is our intention for you to take something from our episodes that have more massive success. And we will see you on the next one. And made it to the end. Well, thank you so much for watching Real Estate vs. Technology. We hope you found value, especially something you can apply to your real estate business. If you could do us a favor, we would appreciate it. A thumbs up. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell, you'll be notified for new episodes coming out, and comment below. What the heck did you learn? If you want to join our Facebook group page, there's a link right here. And if you want to be featured on Real Estate vs. Technology, send us a DM on our Instagram page. We'll see if we get you on the show. So, take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.